Please like the video and subscribe my channel to get updates. Also press bell icon to receive notifications of new uploads. Hello, I am Dr. Ajay Verma and I welcome you to Mech and Maths. In my previous videos, we discussed about isometric projection, its basic concepts, and also isometric projections of the planes. In this video, we will be discussing isometric projection of solid. If you wish to learn more about isometric projections of planes and its basic concepts, you can go through my previous videos. I will provide link of those videos in the description section of this video. So let us start with prism. So let us consider that we are having a square prism like this in the simple position, and we have to draw the isometric projection or isometric view of this prism. So as we discussed in our previous videos, what you need to do, first of all, draw a horizontal line like this and draw two lines at an angle of 30 degrees on this horizontal line. These two lines are 30 degrees to the horizontal. These are the recessing lines or isometric lines. Now what you need to do, you have to take any one of the points of this top view. Say for example, I am taking point 2. So this point must be considered as 2, from where we have taken two isometric lines. Now you can take distance from here to here, that is 2 to 3. From here, convert it into isometric length and drop on this line. So you are obtaining point 3. Similarly, you can take 2 to 1 from here, convert it using the isometric scale and mark here, so that you are getting point 1. Now as per the rule, you have to draw line parallel from 1 parallel to 2, 3. So this may be the line. Similarly, you can draw a line parallel to 1, 2 from point 3. So that you are getting point 4 here. This is the base of the prism we have drawn in isometric view. Now what you need to do, now you have to project the height. So for that, you take height from here, that is whatever the height, say it is 80 mm, you have to convert this height with this isometric scale and draw 4 lines on all these points. So say this is 80 mm multiplied by 0.82, this is also 80 mm multiplied by 0.82, 80 mm and 80 mm. So that you are getting another points like this. Another rhombus will be formed here, right? And this may be given the markings like 2, 3, 4 and 1. So this completes isometric view of this prism. Now if in case if it would be a hexagonal prism, say for example it would be a hexagonal prism, like this, rather than a square prism, it may be, this may be a hexagonal prism, so that you are having front view and top view of this prism here, right? Give them markings, say for example A, B, C, D, E and F, right? So what you need to do, first you have to enclose this top view hexagon into a square or a rectangle like this, so that you are getting this yellow line. So enclose this hexagon into a square or rectangle, 4-sided figure, give them marking 1, 2, 3, 4 and draw this complete diagram. Now what to do, you can mark A, B, C, D, E and F taking distances from 1 to B, 3 to C, 4 to E, and so on, and can mark here. Say this is midpoint of 1 to 2, so A can be marked here. So you have to mark A here also. Then 2 to B, you can take distance from here and mark there. This must be the isometric length, so that you are getting point B. C, similarly you can mark this side also. Then point D here, in the similar manner point D here also, and these points also. These are F and E. Now join all these points, first in the top face and then in the lower face. But remember, you have to keep these lines lighter ones initially, because we have to darken lines according to the projection. Now join F to F here. Then join C to C there. This is C, say for example. So these are the outlines, C to C. Then these lines must be darkened and these lines must be darkened. The lines which are in front, they must be darkened, and the lines which are behind need not to be darkened. Behind means lines from E to E may not be shown here, D to D may not be shown here, because though they are there, but they need not to show here, because in isometric projections we generally don't show the hidden lines. So in this manner the isometric projection of this prism is drawn. Now let us take another point. If rather than a prism there would be a cylinder, so this will be the top view and front view of that cylinder. In front view it would be a rectangle, and in top view that will be a circle. So first enclose this circle into a square, like 1, 2, 3 and 4, just like here we enclosed. And how to draw? Again draw two lines at an angle of 30 degree here, and draw this complete square here also, as we have did. So this lower square we have drawn. Then draw the upper part also, drawing 4 lines from here, so as to get the upper rhombus also. Now what to do? First you have to draw isometric view of the circles in the lower base as well as in the top base. You know the methods, 4 center method, or you can use method of points, as we have discussed in the previous videos. So using any one of them, you can easily draw an ellipse here, like this. Similarly, another ellipse may be drawn here also. Join these two ellipses tangentially like this. Darken the upper ellipse, because this is visible to you, and lower ellipse you need to darken only the front part, like this. So this is the isometric projection of an cylinder. Now let us take one example of pyramid also. So let us have one pyramid, say a square pyramid or so, and it is given here say this is the pyramid for which we have to draw the isometric projection. This is apex, say this is A, B, C and D. So A dash, B dash, D dash and C dash, and this is O dash. Now what to do? Again draw two lines at an angle of 30 degree here, taking A here, say for example. Now you can cut A to B and A to D. Then parallel lines, so that you are getting this as the A, B, C and D. This is nothing but isometric projection of the base of the pyramid. Now you have to mark O. So what you have to do, first you locate position of O in the base, because this is a pyramid and the where the diagonals are intersecting, that must be the position of the O. So you can directly take from here two intersection lines, so this point O, or you can do this, you can use this MN method which we have discussed in the second video, that is projection of planes, isometric projection of planes. So you can use M or M method. From that method also you will get the same position. So this centered position has been obtained. Now what you have to do, draw a vertical line here and cut a length equal to the height of the pyramid from here and multiply it by the isometric scale if it is isometric projection. For view you can directly take, right? So say for example the height is somewhere around here, so the O point is obtained. Now join D with O and B with O and darken these lines only. Always remember, you have to see in this manner. Whatever is nearer to these arrows, means these lines, they are visible. The behind lines are not visible. These lines need not to show, and this apex will also be represented here like this. You should not show these lines with hidden lines, because in isometric projections we generally don't show the hidden lines. If this would be an cone, then what you will have to do, you have to draw an ellipse in the base using either four centers method or method of points, that is MN method, like this. Mark the center, draw a vertical line and cut the height, and join this point with a line tangential to this ellipse, and this line must not be darkened one. So this is isometric projection of the ellipse. Now we come to the isometric projection of frustum and truncated parts of pyramids and cones. So let us have one example of a pyramid which has been cut by a cutting plane in such a manner that we are getting some truncated part. So first we have to draw the sections. So let us draw this, so that say this is 1 and this is 2, and drop this point, so that we are getting 3 and 4, right? Join them so as to obtain the section here. So this is the shape of the truncated part. Now we have to draw the isometric projection of this figure. Now this part has been removed, only this part is remained here. So what to do? First of all, draw the isometric projection of the base, as we have already done. So that take a point anywhere, take A, say for example here, two lines at an angle of 30 degree, then cut A to D, say somewhere around here, and A to B. Then parallel lines both the sides so as to get point C here. Now this is the isometric position of the base of the pyramid, right? Now what we have to do, we have to draw this diagram. For that, enclose this upper one also into some four-sided figure, either a rectangle or a square with this vertical lines and horizontal lines, so that we are getting, say, A1, B1, C1 and D1. Now you can easily mark A1, B1, C1 and D1 using MN method. So draw vertical and horizontal lines here, MN. This is also MN. This method we have discussed in the first and second video, where we talked about isometric projection using methods of points. So this is basically method of point, which is generally known as MN method. Now you can mark all these points here also using MN. So you can cut M that side and N this side. So M and N, and after drawing the parallel lines you will get point A1. Similarly, you can mark points using the parallel lines. So this is B1, then C1 and D1. So they will be obtained here. This is C1 and this is, say, D1. Join them like this. Now you can easily mark these points, the cutting points. So this 1 and 4 is the same. 1 and 2 are already obtained because these are the corner points. So this is 1 also and this is 2 also. We have taken 1 this side and 2 this side, I think. Okay, so you can take 1 and 2 this side. Similarly, 3 and 4 can be easily marked. So you can take this distance and mark there, this distance and mark there. So this is, say for example, 3 and 4. Right? Now what to do? Now you have to draw vertical lines on all these 4 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, which are the points of cutting, right? So draw vertical lines. So this is for 2, this is for 1, this is for 3, and this is for 4. 4 is somewhere around here, like that. Now you have to cut distances on these vertical lines, taking distance from here. So say for example, if we have to take distance of 1 and 2, you have to take this much of distance and cut over there. So 1 and 2 may be cut like that. So here the point 1 is, line 1 is this one. So say 1 point cut here, another point cut here. So these 2 points are obtained. This is 1, this is, say, 2. Then we have to take distance of 3 and 4. So you have to take distance from XY line to this cutting point, means this distance, this much. So take this distance and cut on 3 and 4. So this is 3, so somewhere around here. So this is 3 and this is 4, must be a little bit higher, so somewhere around here, right? Then join these 4 points. So this is 1, 3 and 4. This is the sectioned part we have obtained here. Now we have to join the lateral lines. So here you can see this point A1 is from A to A1 on this line. So point A is here, so A to A1, this line you can join easily. Similarly D to 4 you can join, and then you can join AD, then B to this point, third point, and C to fourth point. So this is D to third point, so join this. Likewise say this one, and last point is behind, so we need not to show it. Also these lines should to be darkened. So this is the isometric projection of this first term, that is the lower part after cutting the pyramid, means this must be removed here. Only this part is there. In isometric projection generally we don't show the hidden lines, that is why only the continuous lines to be shown, right? So this is for truncated part of a pyramid. Thanks for watching the video.